What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. In this video, we're going to talk about the mutated strain of the virus, new demand details from President Donald Trump of the $2,000 stimulus checks that actually might become more. We're also going to hear from Democrat representatives over the stimulus check battle. I got new details for you guys regarding child support and the stimulus checks. And I have another state and city that is passing mortgage and rental assistance relief to you guys right now that just might pay your rent. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. And don't forget to like this video down below. It really helps out our channel. My wife and I do hours of research for you guys every single day so we can bring you the latest up-to-date information regarding the stimulus checks, stimulus package, unemployment, and related news in a quick, concise video. First up, there's a new possibility of just a one-dose vaccine for the virus. And there's hopes that this could make the rollout go faster. As we talked about, there's about 1 million Americans that have now gotten the vaccine, but there's 330 million Americans in the US. Experts are raising a brand new possibility of, instead of taking the 2-dose vaccine, that it might be possible to only take 1 dose of the current Pfizer vaccine or Moderna vaccine and still receive almost the same amount of immunity that you would have received from 2 different shots. This possibility would double the amount of vaccines available because instead of getting 2 shots per person, you'd be able to give 2 different shots to 2 different people with the same vaccine, effectively doubling the amount of vials that we have available right now, and also speed up administering the vaccine twice as fast to twice as many people. Doctors and experts are immediately calling for a new clinical trial to study whether 1 dose of the vaccine is sufficient. They cited data from the trials already conducted for the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines that showed protection began after the first dose, with as much as around 90% efficiency compared to around 95% efficiency after 2 doses. Although there are questions about how long the vaccine protection would last if you only got 1 dose instead of 2, which will kind of be like the reason why they need more clinical trials on just 1 dosage going forward. The Tennessee governor has asked President Donald Trump for emergency aid after the Christmas Day explosion in Tennessee. In a letter posted on Twitter from Governor Bill Lee, he has requested emergency declaration support from the president. It also says here in very small print that one of their county mayors, John Cooper from Davidson County, has actually issued an Executive Order 12 declaring a civil emergency in the affected area. The governor says, "I request that you declare an emergency disaster declaration for the entire state of Tennessee as a result of an intentional explosion in Nashville-Davidson County." Governor Bill Lee says, "Given these factors, the severity of the magnitude of the current situation, and the effective response beyond the capacities of the state and affected local governments, as a result, federal assistance under the Stafford Act is necessary to supplement the efforts and available resources of the state, local governments, and disaster relief organizations, and compensation by insurance for disaster-related losses. In order to recover sufficiently, I specifically request an emergency declaration for public assistance categories A and B for Davidson County." Regarding stimulus and the next stimulus package and the stimulus checks, that could be either $600 or $2,000, let's hear from Representative from California, Maxine Walters, on the next stimulus check.
So do you think President Trump should sign the current deal or push it back to Congress in the hopes of getting more money?
Well, first of all, Democrats would love to have $2,000 to all of our families. We fought very hard for $1,200. We wanted at least what we had in the CARES Act. The president and his negotiator, Mnuchin, and the Republicans refused it. They didn't want any money, and we had to beg and plead and fight and leverage to get $600. Then out of the blue, the president came out and said he wanted $2,000. I don't know what kind of game he's playing. I don't know what the Republicans are going to do, but, you know, they're all frightened of him, and he's intimidated them. They don't have any guts, and so let's see if he's going to make them come up with support for the $2,000. I don't know what's happening over there. I don't know what kind of politics the president is playing. And of course, as you said, as was said, Lindsey Graham played golf with him, and he's changed his mind. So we're hopeful that the president will support $2,000 and sign the bill and not try to leverage that on the question of liability or anything else.
Wow. And yeah, speaking of President Donald Trump's demand for $2,000 stimulus checks, well, we actually have a new update from him late last night. President Donald Trump says now in a new tweet, $2,000 plus $2,000 plus other family members, not $600. Remember, it was China's fault. So what he's saying here is stimulus checks should be $2,000 for dependents, also not $600 checks for dependents. So basically what he's saying is that it should be $2,000 for adults, individuals, and $2,000 for dependents also. So for example, a family of 5 would get $10,000 here. This is directly from President Donald Trump himself on his official Twitter. So a family of 2, $4,000, a family of 4, $8,000, a family of 5, $10,000. Honestly, that is just mind-blowing that it comes from President Donald Trump, who's a Republican, because his own Republicans that don't want to support him with $2,000 checks, now he's saying they need to be even more. And he's saying this now as unemployment has now lapsed for 15 million Americans with the PUA and the PUEC, for basically self-employed and gig workers now have lost their unemployment. They literally can't get any unemployment at all, not even from the state level, for 15 million Americans across the United States. That is now official. Because this bill hasn't been passed, this bill will extend that. But of course, we know it's sitting on President Donald Trump's desk. And now he's just demanded even more money, $2,000 and $2,000 stimulus checks for dependents. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think that should be the case? Do you think Republicans, his own Republicans, I mean, literally his own party, do you think they will be able to support that? As you heard Maxine Walters say, he was able to convince now Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. It seems like he's starting to get more and more Republican senators on board every day that goes by. Remember, we only need 13 Republican senators to actually vote yes on this bill, along with all the Democrats, to pass this bill in the Senate. And remember, the Democrats are likely going to vote on a standalone bill for $2,000 checks. It's literally a bill for $2,000 checks and literally nothing else. And they're going to vote on that possibly tomorrow, literally within 24 hours. As we keep getting in all these details from the president, other Democrats, and other Republicans, it's kind of given us a feeling for what might happen going forward. We're starting to see a little bit more Republican senator support as the days go by. The question is, can President Donald Trump get only 13 Republican senators to pass this bill? And really, that's not that hard because remember, it passed in the Senate with 93 out of 100 votes. So they would need 60 votes to pass it this time around. So they have a lot of leeway there, a lot of buffer room to still be able to pass these $2,000 stimulus checks. And the interesting thing is, if President Donald Trump can get enough support for that, and they can pass it in the Senate, he'll have 2 bills on his desk. One bill for $600 stimulus checks, unemployment in there, more money for mortgage and rental assistance, PPP money, free grant money, food money, $82 billion for schools, all sorts of things in there in the package, and a $2,000 stimulus check bill. He could pass both, either one or the other. He literally has a lot of power going on right now. Also wanted to show you guys this new article I seen from CNET.com about child support rules in the second stimulus check package undergo a major change. It says the current relief bill is in limbo, but if it passes, a second stimulus check could give some parents a break. It says, thanks to an increasingly tense and complicated turn of events between President Donald Trump and Congress, a second stimulus check isn't official yet, sitting on his desk. But when and if it is, the current iteration of the rules set out in the $900 billion stimulus package bill has changed enough from the first stimulus check to reset the expectations for parents in a child support situation, including who could be disqualified from a second stimulus check of any amount. The second stimulus check requirements retain the same definition of a child dependent, that is 16 years old or under, but authorizes payments of $600 per child as part of the household's total. Remember, only qualified adults receive their own stimulus check. But if you owe or are owed child support, how does that affect your potential direct payment? And could two separated or divorced parents both claim the $600 benefit just like you could with the first stimulus check? It's kind of like a little loophole. There's a huge second stimulus check change to overdue child support. Unlike the first stimulus package, which made it legal to garnish the first stimulus check for more than $150 in arrears up to the entire contents of the payments, the second stimulus check, if it becomes law, would let the parent who owes child support keep the entire contents. So again, based on this article, let's read this again, would let the parent who owes the child support keep the entire check. If in fact it prohibits seizing stimulus checks for any kind of debt, including from private creditors and banks. It also means that if you're owed child support, you will not receive money taken from your child's other parent in the next direct payment. Also, I want to bring you guys another state and local stimulus package that is passed right now that provides rental assistance. This could actually pay your rent. I go over these every day with different states and cities, so make sure you're subscribed because I will have more of these coming out. More rent relief is on the way for San Diego tenants and landlords. During a Monday press conference, Governor Gavin Newsom said that California renters and landlords should be expecting around $2 billion in relief fund as part of the federal government's latest virus relief bill. They say that money will eventually be funneled to governments at the county and city level in San Diego. County officials told KPBS that the rent relief programs from the first round of federal stimulus money are on pace to be spent by the December 30th deadline. So there is still some rent assistance available for San Diego renters and landlords, and possibly more on the way. I will keep you guys updated with more information. Make sure to share this video so others like you will know about the stimulus check programs. And you can click on this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is our second channel. Make sure to subscribe to that if you haven't. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.